What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. AMC is incredibly volatile today, and this is an understatement. We were down over 3% at one point. Now we are up over 3%. This is a 6%, little bit over 6% round move, and we are at our major inflection point. If we can break out throughout the rest of the day a clean break over $44, AMC is going to go absolutely insane. And we're going to go over what possibly could cause this and why I think this is actually going to happen. So let's not waste any of your guys' time. Let's get into this video. Hit that like button for me, consider subscribing to the channel, and also while you're down there, comment down below all that good stuff. But check out the sponsor of this video. Use this link in the description. It will bring you to this page. Get 5 free stocks up to $3,500 a piece. When you open an account, you get 1 free stock. When you deposit any amount, it could be 1 penny, you get 1 more free stock, and deposit $2,000, get 3 more highly valued stocks, and those are up to $3,500 a piece as well. So if you guys want to be a part of it, check it out. You guys can see right there, just great technical analysis, the fastest news, some of the fastest news I could find, besides if you have a Bloomberg terminal or something like that that you pay an insane amount of money for. This is about as good as it gets for free news, and all free level 2 data as well for new users. So check that out if you guys have not already. My favorite platform at the current moment. But let's talk specifically about AMC. So we are at $43.88 per share, just incredibly volatile, moving around a lot right now. And we're at the higher levels of the day today. Let's actually look, what was the highest point today? $44.07 per share. So you're definitely seeing some resistance around $44 per share. This is going to happen. This is a good thing. The fact that we are not just going straight up and then going straight back down is a good thing. We went up, we tested that resistance, fell back down, but we're not coming down that far. We're going to break out past $44. By the time you guys see this video, we may be well above 44 or slightly under 44, but I do expect to close above $44. And why this is such an important level, this is very important to know. If you're familiar with technicals, then this is probably standing out to you guys like a sore thumb. But just to reiterate yet again, is this $44 level back here was really where we started to sell off. Back when we were at about $53 per share, September 13th, we went all the way down to $33.74 per share. But at about $44 per share, we started to rapidly sell off, hit that low at 33, and it took us a while to come back up. And then we did hit 44 right here, went back down to about $35 per share, went back up to about 44, bounced off of that again, came back down to 40, went to 47.50, but really started to get resistance around $44, came back down to about $35 was the low, and then we're back up to $44. So we have tested this level 4 times. And if you test a level 3 times, that is considered a substantial resistance level. There's other fancier terms, but just know it's a huge level if you retest that level 3 times and fall off of that. But the glory of this is when you do get those major resistance levels, if you can get a clean break above this, and we're not talking about right here when we went to $47.50 per share, but I'm talking a clean break, a multiple day break where you close above $44 per share, that turns into a huge support level. And that is exactly what I expect to happen. Why? Because we have a lot of things that are going on behind the scenes. Trading algorithms are trying to figure out what all happened on earnings and how to value the company, with the popcorn business issuing crypto, with this news that we are going to talk about next that came out today. It's hard to factor in what the actual fundamental value was created from all of these announcements, but how much the stock could possibly move. And when we talk about the gamma squeeze that is going on, we'll talk about the implied volatility and why that is so big, why options traders are implying such a big move with AMC stock. It really comes down to everything that we are talking about, but specifically with this catalyst that was announced today as well. This just turns the whole FOMO expectations up on its head, because this could cause some really big moves. And that's something that I want to talk about right now. So we're going to take a look at this article. It might have to go to the Twitter, but yeah, I'll just go to Adam Aron's Twitter because that's it just loaded, so never mind. But this article says AMC to begin accepting Shiba Inu coin for payments over the next 4 months via BitPay CEO. Adam Aron's tweet right here. Attention SHIB Army. Our friends at BitPay decided to support Shiba Inu specifically because I asked. So AMC can take Shiba Inu for online payments of movie tickets and concessions. AMC Theaters to be the first BitPay client to accept Shiba Inu. Timing 60 to 120 days. This is a wow. And for multiple reasons. Like I said in the last video, just to reiterate, I don't think anybody expects this to be a huge driving source of revenue. I think a lot of people that trade crypto, they just trade crypto. I think theoretically, if you were to spend crypto to go out and do leisurely things like go to the movies, you would spend Shiba and Dogecoin, those smaller cryptos. So I do think that is a good thing. It will grow the revenue somewhat, but this is really something that is hard to price in how much FOMO this will create upon the announcement of this. And if you guys are unfamiliar of this, I'm gonna let you know right now. The stock market prices in future growth. That's why everything on a book value right now seems to be substantially, that's an understatement, but vastly overvalued. It's because the markets are pricing in a lot of future growth. And what these trading algorithms are doing right now is trying to price in how much FOMO this could cause for the stock, how much the stock could potentially move. Because if you are a market maker trying to essentially price options so you don't get screwed once they go majorly in the money and you have to do all this hedging and buy all this stock, basically screwing yourself, you want to try to price in how much that is going to move. And that's why you see the implied volatility on these options so incredibly high. Back during the June rally, we seen implied volatility levels at the peak of over 500%. Now we are starting to get back up to not quite those levels, but approaching 200% on a lot of these weekly options, as well as the December 17th. The far out the money ones are having a lot of implied volatility as well. This is what the article that I went over in yesterday's video was talking about. Options traders are implying a big move, and that's exactly what implied volatility is. If there is a catalyst coming up like earnings, it's called an IV crush, where people are implying the stock to move big in one direction or the other, whether it's to the upside or the downside. So you see the implied volatility go up and the premiums go up. Once that catalyst is essentially went away, and if there is no big move like the implied volatility is suggesting or people are implying, you see the premiums get crushed. Even if the stock didn't move a lot on earnings, that's exactly what happens. The stock will get crushed. Now that the catalyst is out of the way, earnings, they're said and done. A lot of people think nothing is going to come out of earnings. Obviously, that's not the case. We are still implying a big move to the upside or the downside, but the implied volatility is just incredibly high for having no near-term catalyst. So obviously market makers, they're pricing in a big move to come for really the next couple of weeks, all the way out to the January 21st, 2022 expiration week. And specifically for November 19th that expires this Friday, you're seeing a lot of calls that are going into the money as we currently speak. From the $40 strike, 12,000 for open interest, 6,200 for open interest at the $41 strike, at the $42 strike, about 7,500 for open interest, $43 strike, 12,500 for open interest, and at the $44 strike, which we are now in the money on, 8,200 for open interest. And what I want you guys to know is all of these contracts are not already hedged for. They will be hedged for. The closer we get to Friday, the more hedging you will see done every single day. But what is going on right now is the $45 strike has 18,638 for open interest. That is a very high amount. That is higher than any other strikes going basically down the chain, getting lower, right? So that's the highest level of open interest that we still have to cross above. So that should give us a big boost to the upside. But what is even more exciting is that the open interest is extremely elevated, really through the $55 strike. So you're just seeing incredible amounts of open interest. Take a look at some of these. Like I said, 18,000 for the 45, for the 48, almost 12,000 for the $50 strike, over 26,774 contracts that are being held in open interest. And these are people that are buying and holding these contracts. Not really a lot of traders, as the volume is relatively low, besides on the $45 strike. So all in all, what this means is there is millions and millions of shares that have to be hedged for as long as AMC stays at these prices. If we keep going up, there's millions and millions more contracts that will have to be hedged for by buying shares on the open market. But the glorious thing about all of this is during high times of high volatility and volume, these 20,000 for open interest strikes, it's not too significant. But when you factor in the low volume that we are seeing, only at about 21 million for volume on the day, and it's about over halfway through trading for the day, so we're still going to see a low volume day by the end of the day. Those couple million shares, say 4 million shares on 40 million for volume on the day, that's 10% of the buying power. If there's not that much shorting, if there's not even that much buying by regular people, that 10% of volume is going to cause big moves. So that's where you get the gamma squeeze, is with low volume and a lot of contracts that run into the money. It's hard to say, like I said, with the FOMO buying, how that could play into this as the stock price just does continue to go up, start to see bigger percentage gaining days. You're going to see more activity from that whole group of FOMO buyers that are currently in the market, but not really fixated on AMC at the current time. Now, we're seeing a lot of other stocks making big moves today. My portfolio is moving around a lot. Some stocks are down a lot. Some stocks are significantly up. Take for an example, Lucid Motors up 15%, Matterport up over 10%, Affirm, DraftKings, they're all coming back to life today. And there's some other stocks like Roblox that is up about 15%. Qualcomm is going crazy. A lot of stocks are making big moves. So the attention is not really on AMC at the current moment. So I don't think it's shorts covering that is causing this move. I don't think it is necessarily FOMO buyers that are buying this stock at the current moment. This is really coming down to a gamma squeeze. But that's basically what you guys need to know. As far as some other things, just briefly go over the estimates here, because the estimates are wrong, and this is what I want you guys to know, is that don't even pay attention to these estimates. What you really need to pay attention to is the exchange reported short interest history, and kind of do your own estimates based off of what the stock has been doing. So the stock has been rallying, I mean, obviously going from about $38 all the way up to $44, but we were just at $45 per share. So you could say there was shorting, there was covering. The short interest probably has not changed around too much. And since the settlement day, October 29th, we were at 18.5% short interest, 95 million shares that are sold short. And that release date was November 9th. So we should be getting another release date here coming in the near term future. That'll give us a better picture of what is actually going on. But the share utilization is at 81.56%, and the free float out on loan is 18.02%. But what is even more important is obviously something I've talked about many times. So hopefully if you are new to the channel, you get this. The days to cover is 2.66. That is significantly high. That is the main argument analysts had back in the day, where essentially they would say, hey, AMC's days to cover is like half a day. How are people buying and holding this stock? How are we going to see a short squeeze with a very low days to cover? It's not hard for shorts to get out of their short positions. Well, now, if they wanted to get out of their short positions, it would be very, very hard to do so. And we are much higher now than we were when that argument was going on in the mid-20s range. So incredibly bullish right here. Watch to see, like I said, above $44. If we get that clean break, that's what I want to see. And then we're headed back up to the mid-50s, baby. So incredibly bullish. Congratulations to everybody. Thank you guys. Love you guys for watching these videos. If you have not already checked out the sponsor of this video, like I said, Moomoo, very easy to sign up, get your free stocks, and it is well worth the, the hassle of doing that. I know it sucks signing up to a new brokerage. It's the time it takes. It sucks. It takes 2 days sometimes. It is definitely worth it, as well as other stocks, and if you guys or other links for free stocks, as well as if you guys want to get access to all of my trades in real time. Made a couple winning trades today. Check that link out as well in the description for the buy and sell alerts. It pays for itself and it is very inexpensive. So that is going to be all for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.